So the issues with mock results determining final grades in 2021. The grade boundaries aren't standardised between school to school. So the mark schemes that the teachers use differs between institution to institution. So teachers are usually less lenient as they don't want their students to feel complacent before the final exam. Now, in one way, I really agree with this because the standards that I set my one-to-one students are high right from the off. You know, I'm realistic, languages are challenging subjects, and with all the different modules and the reforms that they've undergone over the last couple of years, I need to set the benchmark high so my students know what they're aiming for. And it is something that works for me and works for them. They get A stars, A's, B's, so they get into their top choice universities. Now, on the other hand, you don't want to unnecessarily add to unrealistic expectations of students who are already going to be feeling a little bit anxious on top of revising for their other subjects and coping with, the everyday demands that your studies bring you. And also, not all schools follow the same scheme of work. So, teachers are given a scheme of work which has all their themes and sub-themes, and it's a guidance from the exam board in terms of when to teach, so in which weeks to teach. Now, I've got some students who come to me and say their teachers don't follow this timeline. It could be because they're being taught by two individual teachers for the same subject, or that they've had a handover of teaching staff, so the chronology of the subjects and themes that they're taught isn't consistent. And this has a knock-on effect, so some sub-themes haven't been covered by some institutions at the time of the mock exams taking place. So this means that everything isn't standardised. The third reason is that some students have had mocks in December and others have had them in, say, January or February. So that puts students at different advantages across the board. Some have had 2 weeks at Christmas to do intense revision and readiness for the mock, and on the other hand, you've got those that have taken it in February, and they've had an extra 2 months' worth of contact hours with their teacher at school. The fourth reason that can impact the mock grade is which past papers we use. Sometimes it's a combination of exercises from different past papers, so that can vary from school to school. Finally, some mock exams are marked in a way that the top percentile of the students in the class are graded A star, the percentile below an A, and so on. So these are the reasons why students are still feeling uncertain about how their mocks are going to be assessed.